Hey guys, Retro Rain here. Today we are trying a new video format. Obviously, as you can see, I am showing my face. You can see me in the lower right corner, and you can hear me, so there will be commentary. Today we are going to make Tetris using Claude AI. Now, I'm used to using ChatGPT to write code, and then I had like mixed feelings about it because it wasn't always giving me the proper code. It makes mistakes, like it says in the disclaimer, and it just wouldn't always write consistent code. So I tried Claude AI, and I was completely blown away. All you have to do is see my C++ Mario videos that I have, and wow, what a difference between. I like ChatGPT. Don't get me wrong. I just think Claude AI is better at programming. So we're going to try something new. We're going to try to program Tetris using Claude AI, and we'll see how it goes. And hopefully you like the video. Um, all right, let's minimize this. I already have Claude AI opened up. Now, this ain't going to be a complete, like, comprehensive video. Obviously, you need to know some things. We're going to use Visual Studio. You can use any version, the latest version, if you want. I think I'm using an older version. I haven't updated yet, 2022. You create a new project, and I have a template called SFML project. And I'll explain what that is in a second. We're going to call this Tetris. Create. And basically what I did was I set up SFML for a project, and then I created a template with it so that I can use it whenever I want to create a new project. I don't have to go through all that troublesome work to set up SFML. SFML, if you don't already know, it stands for Simple and Fast Media Language, or Simple and Fast Media Library. I think it's library. It's a graphics library that you can use in C++ to import graphics, and it's really awesome. Highly recommend it. There's other graphics libraries out there, such as Raylib, SDL. I haven't used SDL that much. I used a little bit of Raylib, but for the most part, I've used SFML. I love it. It's great for 2D games. Okay, so let's configure this project. x86, minimize this, open up. I'm also using an older version of SFML. Uh, I recommend using the latest versions of everything. I haven't updated in a while, so binary. Let's copy all this. Go to source, repos, Tetris. Paste all these. And we're using simple graphics. I'm not using like graphics from the, and I thought about using it, the NES version of Tetris, you know, the graphics, the Tetraminos, the graphics, but what we're using, let me open this up and I'll show you. Open. Just zoom in. That's it. That's as zoomed in as I can go. We're using, that's it, two simple blocks, a gray block and a red block. The gray block is going to represent the well, the border of the well that the blocks will fit into, and the red are the blocks. That's it. That's all we need. They're 8 by 8, 8 by 8 tiles. We're going to use NES resolution, and if you just watch this video, now as I mentioned in this description of one of my other videos, I think it was one of the Mario videos, the C++ Claude AI videos. Claude AI is great for programming, but you should have knowledge of programming in general. Know what loops are, if statements, variables, pointers, things like that. And know maybe a little bit about the language of choice that you like. I prefer C++. just because I'm used to it. It's great for programming. It's fast. It compiles right to machine code and runs. Um, Python's very popular. I know I've used Python a little bit, but I haven't used it like a tremendous amount. So I still have to practice a lot on that. Um, what was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. So all you have to do is make your graphics or import them, get someone to make them for you, download them, whatever. You just need. We're making Tetris, so we're going to be using some simple blocks here. 8 by 8. Because why did I choose 8 by 8? Because we're using the Nintendo resolution, which is 256 by 240, or if you're using the NTSC version of the NES, that's 256 by 224. We'll just use the 240 since we can show. We don't have to. I can crop it if I wanted to. We don't. It's not really that important. We're making Tetris. The whole point of this video is just to make a simple version of Tetris using Nintendo resolution. Um, so you just need some graphics, one for the well, one for the blocks. That's it. You could use different colors than mine if you want. I'm using gray for the well and red for the tetraminos. All right, so once you've made your graphics, let's see, I'm gonna cut these, paste them into my project folder. So now we have the SFML binaries, the DLL files, the project itself. We can close this out. We don't need it anymore, at least I don't think. Maybe if we put sound effects, I'll need. Oh, you know what else I need? I almost forgot. I did forget actually. We're gonna want. I'm just gonna copy this from my Mario project, and that is the NES font file. So we can display the score and using NES font. Okay, let's see here. View, Solution Explorer, Source, Console Application. Close this, we don't need this anymore. Let's just test run. Okay, and we got a window on the screen. Move it around. Escape closes it. And this is my SFML template. It's very simple. It just renders a window, and I made it so if you press the escape key, it'll close the window, close the game at any time, just with the escape key. You can also have some caption on your on the caption bar, the title bar. I usually just blank that out because I don't really care to have that. So we're gonna get started. Okay. I can't get over the difference between Claude AI and ChatGPT when it comes to programming. What a difference. ChatGPT just gives inconsistent code. Claude AI, it just remembers everything, and I'm not saying that ChatGPT doesn't remember everything, but Claude AI really remembers it. It doesn't give you different code each time. It kind of just builds on, I guess, what you want to call it, the code base. It just builds on it, and it knows, it keeps it in memory, and it just knows it, and it builds on it, and you get really good code. So let's start. Good afternoon, Claude. How are you? I always like to talk to it like it's a person. It appreciates it too. Claude will return soon. Claude is currently experiencing a temporary service disruption. We're working on it. Please check back soon. Let me try refreshing it. There we go. Yeah, sometimes things like that happen. So I said, "Good afternoon, Claude. How are you?" Claude said, "Good afternoon. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing today?" I am doing fine. Thank you for asking. Would you like to do something fun today? I am doing fine. Thank you for asking. Would you like to do something fun today? I'm glad you're doing well. I'd be happy to help with something fun. What did you have in mind? Whether it's a creative project, an interesting conversation topic, a game, some coding, or something else entirely, I'm here to help make it happen. And let me tell you, it makes it happen. Um, like I said, go see my Mario videos. You have to guide it, but it builds it. It really just builds it. Okay, today, let's make Tetris. It's generating code. I just want to make sure that it's using React. I don't want to use React. The other thing I noticed with Claude is that you can't really stop it when it's generating code. You have to wait for it to finish. So you can send it another message. Thank you very much, but I should have. What? Look at that. Let me see something. Oh, look at that. I didn't even have to do anything. Look at this. It generated Tetris. Left and right move. Up rotates. Obviously, it's a square, so it's not soft drop, hard drop. That is so cool. What a game changer this thing is. Rotate. I didn't even have to do anything. It just generated Tetris. That is crazy. That is... Alright, P for pause. Let's pause the game. Claude, that is very impressive. Wow. Thank you so much. But I wanted to build the game from scratch using C++ and the SFML graphics library. Do you think you could help me with that? This AI is amazing. And it's understanding too. Look at this. I apologize for the misunderstanding. Yes, absolutely. Let's build Tetris from scratch using C++ and SFML. That will be a much more hands-on learning experience, which is kind of what I was going for. Let's see here. I'll help you create a Tetris game proper C++ structure and SFML for graphics. We'll need main game loop, SFML window, Tetramino classes. just waiting on it, see what it's doing. Maybe to Claude, Tetris is just too simple of a game. Maybe it can just make it no problem. It seems like it's trying to do all the work. Let's see what it's doing. Oh, it gave me. Oh, it gave me multiple files. I didn't want that. Okay, so when it comes to programming, I have mixed feelings, and this is a common thing in the world of programming. I have mixed feelings about object oriented programming. Um, Lately, what I've been doing with my code is I've been trying to do it procedurally, line by line, using functions, staying away from vectors and classes, and pointers if possible. I'm trying to keep it simple, and one of the reasons I'm doing that is because the NES used assembly language and everything was line by line. And if I were to make a really good game in C++, I might want to port it to the NES. And so, like I said, the NES doesn't have object-oriented programming. You can create it, with code, and using like memory allocations, like arrays and stuff, things like that. You could write the code to make it, you know, make it behave with objects. But you know, the NES didn't use OOP. It just used line by line. I'm going to ask Claude. I'm going to ask Claude if it can put it all in one file. Claude, as always, you do amazing work, but I was wondering, can you create Tetris all in one file? The main.cpp file. Oh, it's thinking. Let's see what it's doing. While it's doing that, let's take a look at some of the code that it generated. Look at this. Enumeration for the Tetramino types. Tetramino class, public and private. Again, I understand the whole concept of encapsulation, using public and private, the difference between the two. I don't know. I got mixed, like, the best way I could say is I got mixed feelings about object-oriented programming. And I apologize for the phone ringing and the dog barking in the background. There's nothing I can do about it. But let me tell you, Claude AI is amazing. Look at this. It's absolutely, let me create a single file version of Tetris for you. This will be much simpler to compile and work with. So this is what I've been doing with my Mario game. I've been having all the code in a single file. That way I could just copy paste it and run it, which is what I really love. I think it's just so much neater that way. Perfect. I've created a single file version of Tetris for you. Main complete game in one file. How cool is that? Let's just copy this and paste it. Copy, minimize, open this up, Control A, Control V, debug, start without debugging, and let's see what it gives us. I don't like that. Let me maximize it. The well is cut off. It's still there, but it's cut off. Can we make some adjustments to the game? I'd like the window, not the window. Kind of is the same thing. I'd like the resolution, the window size, to be 256 by 240, which is the resolution of the NES. I'd like the resolution, the window size, to be 256 by 240, which is the resolution of the NES. Perfect. Let me adjust the window size and rescale everything to fit nicely within the smaller window. And today, before I decided to make this video, I was actually watching a gameplay video of Tetris for the NES. Um, I love the NES. I think it's like my favorite system. My second favorite is maybe the PlayStation. I'm not sure. Let's see what it did. Perfect. I updated the game to use the NES resolution. Here's what I changed. Window size, cell size. I have a feeling we're going to still need to make more adjustments. Copy. Let's just see what it generated for us. Okay, at least the well's not cut off anymore. Now, when it created the new code, it it got rid of my escape key line of code that I closed the window. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to have it just added for me. It's really simple. and I want to use the graphics that I created. Can we use the graphics that I created? Also, can we use the NES font file? Also, can we use the also can we wake can we make it so that the escape key closes the window at any time? Let's see what it does. I'm a little bit what do you call it? Distracted? I don't know the word, because I was expecting to build this from scratch, and I didn't. I was blown away when I saw React just make when Claude AI made the React Tetris for me, just like that. I didn't even have to do anything. I didn't. This AI is so powerful. Uh, a few questions to help me set this up properly. Your graphics files. Let's upload them. Upload a file. Oh, right. We have to go to where I have them. Tetris graphics. This is a single graphics file that I uploaded. It consists of two tiles that are 8 by 8 pixels in size. The first tile is the well border, where the tetrominos will be placed. The second tile is a single block that makes up the tetrominos. It's a single block that makes up the tetrominos. The NES font file is called, what exactly is it called? I think it's called NES_font. I just want to make sure. It is. Copy. So this is what I wrote to it. This is a single graphics file that I uploaded. It consists of two tiles that are 8 by 8 pixels in size. The first tile is the well border where the tetrominos will be placed. The second tile is a single block that makes up the tetrominos. The NES font file is called nesfont.ttf. These files are located in my project folder. Let's see what changes it does to it. Perfect. I've updated the game to use your custom graphics in NES font. Here's what changed. The first tile, border for empty cells, block for tetramino pieces. NES font, escape key, cell size, proper positioning. Okay. Let's see what it did. I don't think I need this open anymore. Control A. Oh, okay. That's not what I was going for, but it still looks good. What I was going for was making this the border. These gray, like like this. Oh, not the top. Just like a U, and the rest would be black. But this works. This works well too. It even put the NES font in there. Look at that. What happens when you get game over? Or let's clear a line. Yeah, it automatically clears it. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so maybe Tetris wasn't the best example to demonstrate Claude AI because it just it's able to just make it. You can tweak it. You could like I'm doing right now. You could just tweak it, but unbelievable. This thing is so powerful. I love where AI is going. It's good if you're a programmer, if you're a developer and you want to make games. I think it's good. And every time you clear a line, your score raises by 100. And it keeps track of how many lines that you cleared. How did I do that? I shifted it over. I didn't want to do that. Whatever. Okay, let's see. Escape key. Does it close the window? It does. Look at that. Now, notice how we had to maximize the window to see it. I can... Let me just do one last thing before we end this video. Can we keep the resolution the same, which is 256 by 240 pixels, but simply increase the size? So I simply set the size of the window by a scale of 3. Absolutely, I'll update the code to keep the internal resolution at 256 by 240, but display the window at 3 times scale. This is done using SFML's view system to maintain the pixel perfect rendering. You don't really need the view system. You can do window set size and then just... let's see what it did though. Look at that. Do we get a game over? Let me see. What does it do when you get a game over? Game over, press R. Cool. Let's escape. Amazing. Uh, just amazing. Um, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know if it's possible to build the game without telling it what you're making because it already knew to make Tetris. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I could describe Tetris without telling it it's Tetris because it's smart. But look, there you go. Claude AI made Tetris, and you can make adjustments if you want. Okay, well, I'm going to end this video now. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment. Uh, and as everyone else always says, leave a like and subscribe if you want. I don't like pressuring people. I appreciate it if you do. You don't have to though. Like I said, I hope you enjoy the video. Leave a comment if you want. That's it. Let me know what you think about Claude AI. I think it's a game changer, and I'm really excited to see what else it can do. All right. Thank you for watching. Wherever you are, have a good day, good evening, good night, whatever. Take care now. Bye.